Like a man?
Why your legs? Why are you?
Because it's
what do
not
they call it? The man
spread.
The man spread.
Okay.
Why are you man spreading, Cari? All right. Wait. What was that deep sigh for?
Because it's like dealing with you. Let me just make one complaint.
See, how are we gonna start the show? With you
Because
complaining
it's like-
about me.
I mean, you can complain about me, but
Okay.
here's the thing. I love you so much.
This is how I
And-
know that I'm about to catch about 35 strays.
And you can complain about my quirks as well. But this
Okay.
is the thing. We are at Super Bowl, as you can see from behind what we are doing, and as you can hear if you are listening. And my friend, time doesn't run through her mind. She doesn't own. For someone who has lived and worked on a deadline, she doesn't own a clock. And so I have to keep her moving. I'm like, Jemele, we got to go. Jemele, she's like, well, we could have walked. Meanwhile, I'm like, well, how? Like everything is just like.
Because I live in a space continuum.
Which is?
So here's the thing, Cari. I believe in the universe. What will get done and should get done will just get done.
Oh, you know what? Go ahead with that mumbo jumbo.
I just do.
That freestyle mumbo jumbo, new age mumbo and jumbo. I understand that is true, but the reality is like you can't stop and talk to everybody. Look at that. 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes.
Listen, it'll get done. It will get done. It will happen. But Cari, as you mentioned, we're here at the Super Bowl, and just talk about what this experience so far has been like for you.
Well, it's good because we haven't been at the Super Bowl in a long time.
No, right.
And so it's always good to be here. I always notice the overwhelming majority of press that's here. Radio Row is really significant with folks who do local. So I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
So we decide to leave every day and try to do some type of, recap of the show. And I've decided I went to UCLA, and the point being is that all my friends who lived up here, Northern California, which is San Francisco, Oakland, this area, always complain about how they don't like LA. We steal their water, et cetera, et cetera.
Dang, it's like that?
It's so random.
Okay.
But I've noticed there's no water here. They do not give you water on the table unless you ask for it because there is a shortage. And I'm like, what kind of nonsense is this? What type of unfortunate place must I be in where I can't just get water?
So now you're looking down on San Francisco.
I am absolutely looking down on San Francisco. I'm from Southern California where water's available.
Water's plentiful.
Well, it's plentiful. It's
Okay.
available.
Okay.
Here, there is no water. And then we went to, you guys, you may have seen this. There was this place that was trending that Keanu Reeves went to during the filming of Matrix. And he had came back some odd years later and found the same people who would help him. And it's called the House of
Nanking. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the House of Nanking is a little mom and pop restaurant.
And Jemele sends me there yesterday.
I was with you. I didn't just send you by your lunch
Okay,
sub.
then
We were there together.
Take it from here, friend.
So we go to this place, and by the way, because I'm one of those people, before I go to a city, I hit Instagram, find out where the places people are going. This was listed. House of Nanking was listed on many
Trash.
restaurant top you must visit restaurant
Trash.
list. Okay, so I guess
I'm not looking at you. Go ahead, finish.
So I was unaware of the Keanu Reeves of it all
Trash.
until you pointed it out and his pictures in the restaurant, and I have to say it was underwhelming. Can I use that word?
Sure, the food was overdressed. I was like, this food has on too many clothes. It was too much sauce. It was too much. I was like, you can underdress this chicken.
Yeah. It was
Mid.
bland. It was a little bland.
Mid.
Yeah, it was a bland. The presentation of the shrimp fried
Lukewarm.
rice was lovely, but Detroit had better Chinese food than there, and Detroit has very good Chinese food.
Why do you keep? Okay.
We do. We have excellent Chinese food. I put it on my mama. You know, if I say that means something, Cari.
So there are plenty of great places to eat here. I'm just
wasn't
gonna
one of
say that the hills, the lack of water, the mid Chinese meal. I don't know.
I know. I'm getting a weird feeling. You're not enjoying your Super Bowl.
I don't know.
You're not enjoying San Francisco.
No, I'm not. I'll come back. I'm enjoying it, but what I'm saying is that it wasn't doing all the things.
Okay.
But it's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. You know what else is fine? Your attitude today is fine. So that's why
Okay,
I
I get an
forgive
A+
you
for this.
for me dragging you into
You forgive me for my sort of mental tardiness at all times.
At all times.
I appreciate it. What did you do last night?
Oh, last night, you guys. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So, of course, there's a lot of Super Bowl events that we attend. And Malcolm Jenkins, who came and did an interview with us, had a art/athlete event. It's called the Game of Art. He's trying to mix the two worlds. Great artists were there. It was amazing. But you know who else was there? Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell, the NFL commissioner.
I was like, he here with no security.
He's just walking around?
Just walking around with no
like
security.
He ain't Roger Goodell?
Like he's not worth $100 million.
Did you talk to Roger Goodell?
No, but I did look at his shoes. What I was able to determine was that when people are really rich like that, they fake poor because his shoes were leaning over. They were leaning.
Oh wait, hold up.
You know how like you've worn them too long and they've
they
had
just
too much time.
Like, what?
They were linked.
What?
Linked. His outfit was mid.
His outfit.
My favorite word.
His outfit was mid. So you mean to tell me Roger Goodell out here raggedy
on purpose? That's the only thing I can.
Wait, how are we so sure it's on purpose? Because he just doesn't want to project the fact that he gets paid as much as he gets paid.
That's what I think. And I also think it's also credit to Malcolm Jenkins that he was there because he really likes Malcolm Jenkins and he wants to support this event. That's huge to get Roger Goodell to show up at your event.
Yeah.
And just walk around. Curtis Martin was there. He was in the entourage of Roger Goodell's. It was good to see him.
I haven't seen Curtis since my ESPN days.
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
And I mean, a ton of people were there. It was really lovely. It was a lovely event. I got home at 9:00, appropriate time, and went right to bed.
Look at you, like a real professional.
I'm an adult.
Yes.
Okay, and I was reading some news.
Okay.
What'd you do last night?
Oh, so last night, speaking of, I guess, special things, I went over to the lovely Four Seasons where many of our friends, colleagues, people that we know in the business were gathering. Among them, Elle Duncan, Maria Taylor, Monica McNutt, just a bunch of folks that we know. And it was really wonderful to be in their presence. You were missed. Many of them asked me where you were. And I was like, she in these streets. But the beautiful part about it was, and this didn't even occur to me till last night, is Maria, who we know and love, is going to be the first Black woman to host the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
This is amazing. I didn't even know that.
Oh.
And so we started hooting and hollering as we do as Black women. We was the hooting and the hollering about this. I don't remember who brought it up or who brought it to my attention. I was like, oh my God.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Maria.
So
good for her.
Good for Maria. She paid me an incredible compliment, which I even get emotional thinking about. And it reminded me of you,
Everyone gives Jemele compliments. Don't nobody want to hear about this. Jemele was like, they miss you. I was like, no, they don't.
They do miss you, Cari.
She was like, they love you. I was like, no,
they do
don't.
love you, Cari. You're going to accept this love. You're going to accept this love. But
it's fine.
Like
your husband loves me.
My husband does love you.
This morning, I run into him. This is the funniest part. Like, as we're running to get here, I'm waiting for Jemele to come down. And I see this man at the restaurant. So I realize it's Jemele's husband. And I walk up on him. He on the phone with somebody. I'm like, if I hear him talking to another lady, it's on.
See, that's why
I was sitting up on him.
Friend.
I was sitting up on him like this. I got this close. I was up on him. I was dating near touching his butt. I was up on him. And he was talking low. I was like, why are you talking so low? It better not be no hoe on the other end. And then he turned around. He's like, why you up on me like that? and then he was like, oh, you trying to hear who I'm talking to? I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, it's Cari. I was like, yeah, that's right. It better be a man. He's like, what you gonna do? Telling me? I was like, you're damn right. I would have marched my ass right up them stairs.
Real friend.
First of all, I would have stole on you, and then
went upstairs and told me about it.
Guess what I found?
Real friend.
And then he was like, okay, so that's the kind of friend you is. I was like, absolutely. Yes. And he just started laughing and giving me a hard time, per usual.
But that's his love language. Like, you like to give people a hard time. Because that's part of that's your love language as well.
100%. He gave me such a hard time.
Speaking of a hard time, Cari, we often do heroes and villains on this show. So I want to quickly do my villain, which will inevitably lead us into another conversation. Speaking of heroes and villains, my villain is the Washington Post. And you know, as somebody who has been a career journalist, I was a print reporter first before I ever got into this TV broadcasting game. The Washington Post was the place I always wanted to work. I always wanted to intern there. And for those unfamiliar, some of the names that have come out of the Post: Michael Wilbon, Tony Kornheiser, Rachel Nichols, J.A. Adonde, Donna Britt, like a whole who's list of the most important journalists. And not to mention, Watergate. Woodward and Bernstein, right? So this paper has a legacy. And so to see that the Washington Post is eliminating their sports department,
So
they're
sad.
also cutting their international coverage basically
So
completely.
sad.
And, you know, I don't want to get into the politics of it all, but I think those of us that are smart enough to critically think and to put some pieces and some dots and some thread together know what is at the root of this. And so you have hardworking journalists that are about to be out of work because they have massive layoffs. So I don't know. It's just a sad day for journalism.
I think a villain is apropos. I think that the Washington Post described it as a reset, but any day that, first of all, journalism at its core is on life support. First it was, you remember, it was newspapers. Now it's journalism, the art of what we do. And the times that we are living in are very, very sad. And I think to say you're a journalist is not even a sign of respect anymore. People I know will be just walking down the street, you're like, you're a journalist. They're like, oof.
Yeah, we're not very liked or
we're not
embraced.
regarded.
No, not at all.
It's not considered invaluable. And I do believe it's because the lines have been blurred between creator, journalist, content creator, all of those things. And I think it's really hard to tell who's who. Side note, I know you want to lead into some other items, but I would like everyone to know as we speak, we just saw Stephen A. walk right past us. I hope he roll up here. He literally was right here behind us. Y'all missing it. I hope he right here. It is. Take a look right here. Hope you roll up on us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see it.
Okay,
Girl, because you know I didn't. I was like, where are you looking at? I dare you to yell. No, I'm just kidding. No, I ain't dare you to do nothing because you would do it.
Because I would do it.
All right.
Don't dare me to do nothing.
I'm not. So before it's some drama that starts, we're going to get to some other drama right now and talking about the WNBA. So, Cari, also big news that is happening now is that, you know, the WNBA Players Association, they met with the league, and there was a lot of news that came out of it, namely that they expected the league to actually offer them a proposal. They did not have a counter proposal at all, and there were some scuttlebutt that they considered this to be insulting. Reason being, hey, we're negotiating. I give you a proposal. You give me one back. I give you one. Your expectation is something is coming back. But nevertheless, without getting too much in the weeds of it, is that narratives are being formed. We see players, they've had their say about things. And at this point, I think there is some level of people losing faith that that the season will start on time, or that there may not even be a season. So, you know, right now, I know that a lot of people are panicked about it. They realize that this is a particularly important moment in the league's history. I don't know if I sound crazy for saying this, but I don't think there'll be any games missed. What
do you mean? You think there will not be?
I think they're going to agree to terms. I think that this is as dire and as impossible as that seems right now, given how both sides seem to be dug in. I actually think that they will have a deal done and that the season will start on time. I'm not going to say it's not going to cause people to be panicked. I'm not going to say that it's going to always look nice, but having seen so many of these types of negotiations before, I think both entities are going to realize what's at stake, and I think ultimately they get something done.
I think it was interesting because everyone is like leaking information and still trying to be respectful. I like what Natasha Cloud said the other day. Tasha Cloud was like, look, I know while we're going through these negotiations, you want to tell us we don't have any value, but we were sold out at Unrivaled. Unrivaled Win on the Road, which is the alternative league for WNBA. It's a league that if you don't want to go overseas, join Unrivaled and you play for a certain amount of time. And so they took the show on the road to Philly and it was sold out. And so she made some very, very powerful comments about the negotiations.
We're not worried as the players. If I'm going to be like frank and honest and transparent, we're not worried. All the power is in our hands. We have never had a moment like this where there's been so much momentum, where there's been so much investment, demand of our sports. And I'm just kind of like upset, frustrated, all of us. And in a lot of ways, just like disgusted with the W and how they're handling this and their lack of value, their lack of worth for us, their lack of even trying to attempt to move the needle with us. Like, we know what is on the horizon. We know in 2 years our TV deal is up and there's a new TV deal that's going to come that they're not even putting on the table for us. The percentages, if we actually told you the percentages of what they're giving, that they're like sending to us, it would absolutely piss y'all off. Mm-hmm. So like, just know when we are standing firm in our feet and 10 toes down, There is a reason, and we will not move until y'all move. So I'm gonna look directly into the camera too. We will not fucking move until y'all move. And it would be the worst business decision of any business to not literally pay the players that make your business go. Without us, there is no W season. So the pressure is on the WNBA, on Kathy, on Adam, on everyone that is in that front office.
My thought process about her comments were, I hope that they are meeting in the middle, which I think they are, but I also don't want everyone to be so stubborn and then we miss out on something so special. But to your point, you think it's going to happen. When I saw what the league was offering, or at least what was being leaked about what the league was offering, it felt a little insulting.
Oh, no, it was definitely disrespectful. I mean, the things that were leaked, these were things that you would have thought they already had, right? So
like a league pass.
Like WNBA League Pass. What is it, Cari?
I think it's $39.99 for the year. I literally, maybe $70. I don't know. Maybe.
No, it's not. I think you're right, because I think they ran a special, because I got mine. It was like 30-something.
And I'm all like, that's not an offering. And I think that's why they're sending that to us. Like, look how insulting it is. They're putting that in there. And it should already be there. All-star tickets.
All-star tickets. Like, how is it possible that these women weren't getting that? They weren't getting, seats for their family? Like, it's really basic, minor stuff that if you even have the smallest amount of respect for these women, they should have had this already.
Or a place for your family, a family waiting room.
A family waiting room, right? What? That was another big one. Like, why not?
We're women. We don't have children. Like, what are you saying?
And by
family waiting room.
And by comparison, just so people know, the NBA, and not that everything's a one-to-one, and I already know what some of y'all gonna say, when they not making the same money. Do you know how easy it is to have a family room in an arena? It's super easy. It just is a construction of some chairs in a room. So that's not costing any money, right? So it's like the NBA players have family rooms. The NBA players get all-star tickets. And by the way, if you've just been an NBA player, past, present, whatever, you get league pass. So I'm just like,
so you don't understand why they're offering that, as if like,
again, well, and like they're doing something.
But there could be this thing where they're just like, there are things that we've missed, and it's unfortunate that we've missed these simple things, because I know, working in certain corporate environments, there are things that just go unchecked. Leadership after leadership, some of the basic necessities do go unchecked.
Yeah.
And I'm not making any excuses for the WNBA, but I mean, these aren't really offerings that you should be publishing. You're like, I'm sure there's more. There must be more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is like their final deal or anything, but I think I was just I wasn't surprised because frankly, a lot of women can relate to this, because like there are things I'm sure in corporate environments, even if you want to use ESPN, that you had to fight for to get, that some of your male colleagues were already getting.
Sure.
But because you had to say, hey, I need this.
I hope everything goes accordingly. I hope everyone is participating and joining the calls. I told you I was doing a series on the Comets, and when they had won all of the NBA championships when the league first started, and all of the women that I've talked to, the vets, are just like, we were just happy to be. We were just happy to be.
Yes. And they took a lot of L's.
And they took a lot of L's. Fast forward almost 30 years later, they're like, gosh, I really like the bravado, or the bravada, if you will, of these women and what their expectations are, but I'm a little concerned. And this is when I wonder if their spirits are different because they were raised differently. These girls are fearless. They really are. Much like the people these younger women are like, nah, I'm 20 and I'm fine and I want my money now.
Yeah, but but it's that.
I know you and I go back and forth with this.
Yes,
so.
It's that tension of what we're frankly always up against. Like, we know that we have to pave a easier way for other women, and so there's always that line that women have to juggle that frankly men never have to apologize for, of what I'm owed, what I'm worth, versus maybe what's better for a community.
Men never have to apologize.
Men never have to apologize for being greedy. They don't have to apologize
for wanting more, for asking more, for having the audacity.
They never do, which is why they have so much of it.
They have so much
at the wrong times, but that's a
podcast. That's a podcast for another day.
For another day.
For another day.
So, like, I don't blame these younger women for that, because frankly, the older women already took the L's. Like, the Cheryl Swoopses, they were out here sharing hotel rooms. All right.
But But then they also told me they were staying at the nicest of hotels in the first like 5 years. They were like, it was always like the Four Seasons, the Ritz. They said they treated them well. They said the women said, like, honestly, we weren't paid well, but we were being treated well, which always is surprising to me. They're like, no, we were like, no.
Well, I remember they used to get apartments and a car because of the season was so short.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they would try to find them jobs, thankfully. I don't, but you listen. A lot of these women also don't remember. They're like, I forget. Much like how we would be like, I forget how it went down, but I do know what I felt like. And what they felt like was grateful to be there. And what they felt like was that they were doing something special. Right now, you may not remember how people treat you, but you remember the feeling of it.
That's a word.
And right now, the feeling is these ladies feel underappreciated, not taken seriously, from my understanding. And they want more. They want more. And quite frankly, who's to argue that they don't deserve more? With that being said, I wish them luck. I hope you are correct, Jemele, in terms of what the CBA conversation is going to be, and we won't miss a game. I do want to, as we get ready to get up out of here, I do want to roast Jemele. You know, we late, y'all. We been late. She has talking about, I live in a space of things will get done when they get done.
Is it not getting done?
Yeah.
Am I?
She's over here having an 8-minute conversation knowing we got 2 minutes.
Okay.
How you have an 8-minute conversation when we got 2 minutes?
Well, we have a little bit longer than 2 minutes, by the way, because, as people know, we've been here at Super Bowl. Getting our social butterfly on, meeting people, talking to people. And we had a great conversation with somebody we truly love because he is a riot and a half. But Mr. Cam Jordan from the New Orleans Saints.
I love him so much.
We love him so much.
I was thoroughly impressed. It feels like he's been around forever, but he still has such a young spirit. And I thought it was interesting when you said, yeah, he has. He's been in the league for
15 years.
That's insane.
It is. Because he's still so young.
He still looks like 12.
He does.
And he physically, could you imagine the discipline? Well, he dropped a lot of gems. I hope you guys really enjoy that version of us laughing and having a good time. Because I giggled. I kikied the whole time.
I did. I certainly kikied. So anyway,
everybody. At least we got one thing done on time.
We did get one thing done. Fooling with me. Yes. But here is our incredible conversation with Cam Jordan.
You want to start off our
I will.
Since you guys go way back to Paris.
Well, not Paris.
La
France. That is a humble brag, though. The fact that
I'm sorry, y'all met up in France.
And people call it cans.
Yes, I call it con.
Go back to the South.
Two ends and an S in there, but we call it con.
But
we call it con.
We're so cultured.
Yes.
Don't say that. I don't know why this one trying to act like she don't hang out there all the time.
Yeah, I'll be there.
She be there.
I'll be there.
Thank you.
I know you don't put an S on it. I know it's con.
I'm just,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like, whatever it takes, I'd like to go again.
I'm with you.
Though.
Let's put that in the atmosphere. Let's put that in the atmosphere.
We all would like to be sponsored for con.
In fact, if need be, there could be 2 queens and a prince. I don't think I'm a king yet, but I'll be a prince.
I think you're a king.
My daddy's still alive, so he can be the king.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 queens and a prince.
Yeah.
2 queens and a prince. That sounds like a good podcast.
We're doing it right now. We're doing it right now. We're
doing
it, and we're doing it live.
It's Black History Month, so I'm just here to uplift my queen. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I got 3 princesses at home that I gotta raise. I got a queen, you know what I'm saying, that be kicking my butt.
Okay.
And then,
what are you doing for Black History Month? How do you celebrate it day in and day out?
I don't know yet. Okay. I've had some soulful meals.
Some soulful meals.
Absolutely. I've had lamb chops like 3 out of the last couple days.
Is that a black thing?
Sure. The way that I like my lamb chop season, absolutely.
Okay, so we got full heart attack. We going all Lawry's.
No. I mean, we don't need to butter it up, but there's going to be a Tony. I've never said it. Tony's last name, Sachere, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some paprika used. There's going to be heavy on the onion and the garlic.
Yes.
It's
little garlic, little
absolutely.
onion. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to have my sautéed onions over the top. I'm gonna smother my joints the way I know how.
Happy Black History Month.
You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And amen.
Yes. The ancestors.
Sure, it's the shortest month of the year, but I will take what we can get, allegedly.
We're going to work with it, right? I'm sure the ancestors enjoyed that exchange. Okay, so we're talking to you here, Cam, at Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You're a little familiar with this environment.
You've been here.
I have worked this week for the last 15 or 16 years, and I've never been a part of the final product.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Serious?
That's
I mean,
right.
28 years of Jordan's in the NFL and 0 Super Bowls. The problem is, I think, loyalty, right? My dad played for the Minnesota Vikings for 13 years. I played for the New Orleans Saints. I'm old enough to know that we've been close to a Super Bowl.
Right.
I've had an NFC championship.
Yep.
When we first got drafted in 2011, they had just won 2009 season, so I was 2 years out.
I don't know why I was thinking that you were
Everybody
on the
does.
09 team.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you won a Super Bowl?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I forgot
that-
you did come after. That's
bad
right.
intel.
Bad
Everyone
intel.
thinks-
That
but
is
we're
my
not the only
fault.
people who
Yeah.
think that. A lot of people feel that
A lot of
way,
people.
right?
Cam, you got one with the Saints, right?
Yeah,
No.
I kept thinking
I'm
you were
old enough
there.
to know we've been on the cusp and
Yeah.
young enough not to have gotten there.
Oh, darn it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Soon.
We make light of the situation, just like my light helmet
Listen,
in a
no,
locker room.
You know what? See, this is what I love about Super Bowl week. It's
Yeah.
like when athletes are here promoting things,
I love it.
I can tell you a vet. See, I love that transition.
We pivot.
You pivot. Like that was a segue. What
That
we
was
call
a
it in
beautiful.
business.
We call in this business we call that a beautiful segue.
We
Yeah,
call
you know
that a
what I'm
beautiful
saying?
segue.
Just know there's times I'm in the locker room and guys rock, these thick old helmets.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, what, are we still in the 1990s?
That's fair.
It's maybe time for some cutting edge technology. Like light helmets was taken from the aerospace technology.
Yeah.
It's 40% lighter than most helmets out there.
Okay.
And so when, during training camp, when we've got these big old bubble wraps on our head because somebody said, hey,
I
this is
saw
going to
that,
keep us
yeah.
protected. And you see some players still wear it during the season. I'm like, good for them. I know that this light helmet is the number one rated position helmet from the NFLPA in terms of offensive line, defensive line, and quarterback positions.
Wow.
And so guess where I'm at? Defensive line. Guess what I am? In the number one rated helmet. Guess what I love? Being able to be faster because I've got a lighter helmet. My neck isn't as tired. I'm doing everything the right way. In this time of fractionality where seconds matter getting to the quarterback, I don't need anything holding me back. So elevate your play, elevate your mindset.
I see why they hired you. I'm not kidding. I see why they hired you.
Please pull back. Make sure we're showing the helmet because this right here is a
First of all, it's
commercial.
a work of art. There's no other helmet like a Fleur de Lis on a helmet. You know what I'm saying? Not just because the Saints are now playing in France this upcoming year, but it's definitely because that number
This
94
man
hits
is
a beauty.
selling this
He's
damn
selling-
helmet.
Y'all
I'll
better
take
buy
two.
this helmet.
I'll take
Y'all
two.
better buy this helmet. I know that.
will take
That's what I'm saying.
two.
Earlier, you were like, "Is there a female version?" Of course there is. If you would deem it such, we don't believe in these.
deem it
I get it.
such.
We're in the French Fram. We don't have. I don't believe in pronouns. I'm here to believe that people are the best versions of them, and so why not step with the best with light helmets?
Let me just put it on. You want to put that on?
I
You don't
really don't want to mess
you
it
don't
up. We
wanna
don't
mess
want to
up
mess
here.
it up.
Don't mess up here.
That's
Not
the
on a
only
Wednesday.
reason.
Not on a Wednesday in Black History
you're
Month.
right.
No, you're right.
Not on a Wednesday.
That's a you thing.
Kim, I really, really appreciate your personality. I wonder, and I have to ask this question because so many people think about that. What are your plans as you look past the league? What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? Outside of being the traditional
tomorrow,
word,
next
outside-
year?
No, just
What's
like
the
when
timeline on this?
when I retire. What do
Yeah.
you? Where are your
absolutely.
interests?
When
lie?
I retire, I hope to be how I am in the off season, sort of chubby, eating whatever I want, drinking whatever I want, talking smack with the best of them.
Okay.
Being
Yeah.
the best dad I can be,
Yeah.
talking smack to somebody's parents,
Yeah.
being the best husband I can be, talking smack to one of my boys, being on TV, talking smack to a
Okay.
co-host.
So you do see a media
Absolutely.
pedia. Okay.
Come on.
Who has
You're
a
built
career?
for this.
Who has
You're-
your career?
I have who has my career?
Yeah.
I hope nobody.
Like,
Yeah.
would you
Nobody
want to be a
ever-
Michael Strahan? Do you see yourself
You
as
always want to emulate, right? You always need a standard, right? You look
Okay.
at Nate Burleson, you look at Mike Strahan, you look at big Marcus Spears, Swagoo.
Right. Yep.
You see the fun they have. You look at Marshawn Lynch.
And you also
Beast
see
Mode.
them checks they getting too, right?
I mean, the check is nice, right? But we don't get caught up in the numbers. We get caught up in the adventure.
Ooh, that
You
sounds
know?
like a bar. We don't get caught up in the numbers.
Yeah.
Sounds like a bar from a rich man.
We get caught up in the adventure.
I'm just saying, if you get tied to a paycheck, all you see is a job.
All you see is the job, and you have to try the adventure. That is so true right now.
Look at you dropping some
Absolutely.
life
Yeah,
advice on
yeah,
us right now.
yeah.
I see.
15 years in the league.
Yeah,
We-
hi.
we're
Like
old.
we're learning from him. He's telling us. Tell us more about our lives.
Uh,
Jeez.
Look, you can always get caught up in the number just in terms of respect, right? Like if they respect me, they would give me X.
Sure.
And so you can be like, yeah, I need that. But after a certain number, your lifestyle's not changing.
Yeah.
After taxes, everything gets cut half anyway. So you say $1 million is 550 to 600 grand. A 1.2 does make you validated, sure, but that's still 600 grand, 650. You're not buying a bigger house with that. You're in the same house.
Yeah.
Now you can have some leniencies, but lifestyle overall is not changing.
Not changing at all.
As somebody with the time that you've had in the NFL, once you get to a seasoned stage in life or in your career, we often start being old man or old woman yelling at cloud. Like thinking about the younger generation of players that are coming in.
Oh, gosh darn, if I was in the college and I was in the NI era, I wish I would have made so much money.
Exactly. But still, though, with the newer players that you're in contact with, the younger players, like what are some things that you try to tell them as they begin their journey in the NFL?
What Marshawn say? Take care of your mentals and take care of your chickens, right?
Explain.
Chickens, your scratch, your money, your moolah.
Money, yeah.
Take care of your money, young. You got to take care of your mentals, right? That's the way you prepare for the game. That's the way you prepare for your daily activities, your life. That's the way you take care of your body. That's your prehab, your rehab, your acupuncture, your cups, all that. Yeah. That's so if you find yourself a routine that you can get into. That's your mentals. What better way to take care of your mentals than with the proper helmet, the proper pads, the proper whatever. With the proper helmet is definitely key, right?
Go ahead.
You talk about light helmets, the Apache that
I've
watched the last 2 years. They're phenomenal.
Bring it back.
You got to.
And then one more time.
Then of course,
wait, tell us about the helmet.
Yeah, the light helmet. So I rock the Apache Pro. It's been phenomenal. Last 2 years, haven't had any issues. And of course, I always talk to my young guys like, hey, get a CPA, get an accountant that knows what he's doing, get a financial advisor. Because again, you got to take care of your money. This game is finite.
Right.
It's not infinite.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't be too big beyond. Sometimes guys be like, I'm in the league. I don't have to do. Be personable. It's okay to be in the league and be like, hey, I'm gonna go talk to these kids or give back to the community. It's wonderful that guys can want to give back to the community. It's amazing when you see guys be able to be personable and be able to talk to fans and not look like they're bothered.
Yeah.
Or too cool.
We get it, bro.
Yeah. It's so annoying that I want to say that's arguably when we go to these events, and we've been doing this for a long time. I literally feel I'm so annoyed when I see the cool kid. I'm like, oh, you guys are the cool kids. Y'all can't talk to anybody.
Hey, I'm jealous. I'm like, dang, I wish I had that in me.
But
get out of here. Get off.
But it's not cool. It says it because what goes around comes around. It's all full circle. There will be a moment when you're not the cool kid,
right?
And so you should be able to appreciate everything around you.
And you'll want somebody to come up to you and say, hey, are you such and such? And then they don't, and then you feel bad. Just real quick, getting back to what you said about money and taking care of that, what's some money mistake that you made that you still think about?
I hear about these. These are my favorite questions.
Sadly, I was in the crypto area when NFTs were a thing, and I was like, man, I gotta have this NFT, and I still I love my crypto. I'm never gonna give it back.
Yeah.
I'm here for the diamond hand holes, but I got diamond hands, and I still rock with some crypto that I knew was gonna win, and it never did. But it's like in my mind, NFTs was like guys that used to go to the casino and play blackjack. Never go in with more money than you're willing to lose.
Yeah,
So it's all in hand.
So it wasn't too many houses.
I could get it back? Absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Not too many houses for friends. Not too many cars. Not too many. I went to the club and spent. Like when I hear stories about going to the club spending $100,000, it hurts my heart.
I've seen it happen.
It makes me uncomfortable.
And it scarred me early. There was a Super Bowl. Was that Indianapolis? Was that 2011, 2012? One of them years.
It was.
I saw 75 get dropped.
$75 grand? In American?
Hey, American dollars. Not no pesos.
Yeah.
American in the club. And I said, dang, they doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. I got to the league and I was like, man, I'm going to go to the club. We're going I went to Vegas one time.
Yeah.
And I said, my boys from crib, we going to do it. And that tab hit me for 15. And I said, 100? Oh, no, there's a zero on top of that. And I said, hey, guys, never again. Reality moment. Hey, fellas.
Yeah. The way, as Kevin Hart would say, the way my checkings and my savings are set up.
Yeah.
The way my heart is set up to my mind, my mind was like, you got it. And my heart was like, bro, you tell your brother who works 40 to 50 hours a week that you just dropped half his clear.
Oh.
It can't do it.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, can't do it.
We appreciate you. You dropped some knowledge on us, and more importantly, you told us about this helmet. That's
right.
Absolutely.
Unisex
helmet. Go out and get it.
Men, women, children.
Children,
right.
everybody.
There's
enjoy your
Maybe
time
some
at Super
animals.
Bowl.
They
Thank
might
you
wear
for
it
stopping
too.
by Flagrant and Funny with Jemele and Cari. And if
Absolutely.
you see us, say hi.
Oh, will do. Hopefully next time I see you, I'll be in Con.
And con. Not without the S.
Yeah, sponsored for all of us.
Sponsored by Light Helmet.
Yeah.
Sponsored by this
Light Helmet. Yeah. We're going to Con? Light Sports Beach. They need helmets in Sports Beach.
Thank you. There we go.
Just saying.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.